I want to apologize to the young Canadians. As an adult, I'm truly sorry for the society that you inherited. I can't fathom what it's like to grow up in a world where the adults around you would openly lie to you about such basic things like boys and girls being able to switch sexes at will. You can just be whatever you want. And then tolerating the butchery and the chemical experimentation of their confused young instead of just loving them as they were born. Nope, they're seen as lacking. They're seen as in need of intervention. And then they view themselves as being virtuous. As fucking evil. I'm so sorry you grew up in a world where you can't just be a goofball or make a dumb mistake without it being captured on video and broadcast around the globe to your detriment. I'm sorry that you're medicated to deal with these things. I heard from a friend that their child was on medication for anxiety. They refused to go to school. She said the doctor said that many teens are on these kind of meds, and it makes perfect sense. Of course they need drugs. How else are they able to function in this kind of sickness? I'm sorry that the solution that the ghouls who occupy the Uniparty in Ottawa have is to medically kill you if you just can't stand the retarded brave new shithole that they made for you. Oh, elbows up. I'm sorry we bombarded you with easily accessible porn and how we glamorized degeneracy, thuggery, and idiocy. I'm sorry that we let our guard down and allowed the ideological subversion of our country. We were demoralized. Your parents, their friends, and so on. The same demoralization that you're currently suffering through. That thing that makes you feel ashamed of being who you are. That thing that makes you feel inadequate and unworthy. The former Prime Minister said once that we have no culture, we have no heritage. But you live in a place where people risk their lives to escape to. Even in the freest country of the world, some people were not free until they came here. That is our heritage. Our heritage is freedom, and our burden is to preserve it. In Dresden, Ontario, sits the Josiah Henson Museum for African Canadian History, the destination for the Underground Railroad, Uncle Tom's Cabin. They helped slaves escape to freedom. And we have many communities like South Buxton, just outside of Blenheim, that was founded by free slaves. Many landmarks throughout our area here that mark the journey. The Don Settlement's British American Institute is widely recognized as one of the first and pioneering vocational schools in Canada. That's who we are. Ex-KGB agent Yuri Bezmenov, the very man who warned us about the ideological subversion that we're victims of. He was interviewed by G. Edward Griffin in the mid-'80s, and that has now been seen on YouTube millions and millions of times. Popular podcaster Joe Rogan has mentioned him many times. He's been used in Call of Duty advertisements. He defected at great risk to his life and came here to Canada and died a free man in Windsor, Ontario. Adrienne Clarkson, the 26th Governor General of Canada, her family fled Hong Kong from the Japanese during World War II, or more famously known as World War XI. She became a prominent journalist and a statesman. This is who we are, and this is where we live. Don't forget it. Look, I'm sorry. I know this sucks. I'm sorry that this is the state Canada is in. I know. There's a rabid cancel culture. The economy is horrible. Prospects are few. Houses are unattainable. Your freedoms are being eroded. Your speech is being sanitized. And the totalitarian laws being passed by our uniparty regularly. Look, I have 4 very simple rules that I live by, and I find them very helpful, and perhaps you will as well. Number 1, I believe there are no contradictions in nature. They only exist in the minds of man, and a contradiction is always a lie or an error. It's never anything else. Number 2, men are fallible, and the works of men are fallible, and they should always be questioned. Number 3, all voluntary human movement is purposeful. It seeks to achieve an end goal. Nobody does something for nothing, and we can deduce motivation by action. Mysticism is the tool of tyrants. They claim hidden or higher knowledge, accessible only through special insight, revelation, or initiation. But they're just merely employing a control tactic. And this goes for contemporary things as well. The woke, the quote unquote woke, they can identify as anything they wish. But if I were to identify as something, they would deem that as being inauthentic. They are the ones who get to decide. They are the mystics. I recommend that you learn the Trivium method for processing information. It's very simple in 3 parts. Number 1, first you collect the who, what, where, when of a subject. This is the grammar. Once we ascertain our grammar, we can move on to the second part, which is answering why, and this is logic. And when we can impart that logic to others, we are moving into the third phase, which is rhetoric, and that's how. So really, who, what, where, when, why, and how. And I know you probably learned this in grade 1, but now is the time to lean on fundamentals. That, along with just a basic understanding of logical fallacies, being able to identify some fallacies, will keep you grounded and help you navigate the idiocy that you are submerged in. I'm very sorry that this is the case, but I'd rather slap you with the truth than kiss you with a lie. And I'm hoping this helps you. I wish you all the very best. And may God be with you all.